All right. Jalen, I sent you a message in the grade book, so please check that. All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I think I started this. I'm not sure. Nope, did not. All right. I have everybody coming to class today. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, almost everybody's here. So I'll go ahead and, other than saying good morning again, um, so everybody is working on a final presentation. I graded one that was good and one that needed fixing. So based on that one, I want to make sure that you are, so I'm going to pull up the guidelines again for you. So please follow the rubric. So let me pull that up and so that everybody is on the same page. And again, more is better. More is always better than trying to just do the bare minimum. Because sometimes doing the bare minimum, you don't cover all the bases. So, all right, and just keep in mind, folks, there is no extra time. We're at the end of the semester, so everybody needs to really be working on this. I know some of y'all log in and then take a walk and do something else, or I know you might have another class that's important. This is important too, so make sure that you are using this class time to do this class work. All right, so again, this is the rubric, and I want to go through this again with you. Um, all right. Talisa, I see you overcame all of your difficulties and you got that project in and it was nicely done. I sent you a message too, but your project was nicely done. Um, okay, so that's one down. All right. You are to create a PowerPoint, or Google Slides, or some type of presentation that our focus is on the Hurricane Helene damage in North Carolina. So you need to have an introductory summary paragraph, a written paragraph, not just a picture, a whole paragraph discussing when the event happened, what kind of damage occurred to the area. And you need to do all of that before you start looking at what are the areas of science that are going to be used to help solve the problem of getting them back to where they need to be. So again, you need to have a whole paragraph on um, and just giving an explanation as to what happened. I don't think I divided these points. Oh yeah, introductory paragraph, 15 points. 15 points. So you need a 15-point paragraph. Helene, Hurricane Helene. It happened this year in September. All right, so you want to look that up. And actually, if you just look up North Carolina hurricane right now and the damage, it'll tell you. It will tell you. Okay. All right. So you want to Helene, Hurricane Helene, Hurricane Helene. Okay, so yes, we're not talking about any old hurricane that might have happened. We're talking about the one that just happened. It was very devastating. And the unique thing about it is hurricanes normally happen over water. They start over water and they usually affect coastal cities. So the unique thing about this is North Carolina is in the middle. This is inland. This was inland damage. So when you talk about atmosphere or geology, you want to also talk about how hurricanes are formed and why this is unique event to this area. So not, and again, because I looked at someone's, they defined all of the ways that that branch of science is involved in studying hurricanes, but I want to know, so you can say that, and that's a good introduction to that slide, but what you also want to specifically say after you define that science is how is that science going to help North Carolina? Okay, this is all about how are we going to use all of our environmental issues, disciplines to help this particular event. Okay. So there's a lot of news articles, a lot of things that you can look up. Um, a lot of times when you're looking up pictures, and you do need to have pictures with every unit that you have, there pictures, if you click on, if you go to Google, and that's another thing, when you're looking up pictures, you do have to reference them. And the way to reference them is to, when you're doing Google Images, go to where it says view this page. View that picture on the page that it came from. That's your reference. Let me show you what I mean by that. Um, okay, so I just put in North, and then it'll all automatically tell you Helene. Okay, so you can find a lot of things there, but when I click on images, let me get Tegan into class. All right, so say I clicked on this one. When, all right, when you, so right now you can't say your reference is Google Images. That is not a reference, that's a search engine. You want to come over here and click on View Page. All right, so the site up here at the top is what you want to reference. Okay, you want to reference that this is from the Public Radio East, and then it comes down and you still have the same picture and you can still use it, but it also gives you some background information. So if some of you might want to start with the pictures, and the pictures will take you to a page with information. Okay. Now it needs to be specifically, the project is specifically about Hurricane Helene, not hurricanes in general. And it's specifically about how it affected, this particular hurricane affected North Carolina. So that's your introductory paragraph. And then how each of the disciplines is going to be used in researching this situation. Okay. So again, Andre, can you not just talk? Because Helene started in Florida and made its way up. And so it's not unique that the hurricane did damage on the coastlines of Florida, but it is unique that it did as much damage as it did to North Carolina, again, because that's inland. Normally hurricanes come up the coast of the Atlantic, so you places like South Carolina and the coast of Georgia, they get affected. The Gulf cities in Florida, they get affected. Louisiana, everything in the Gulf, they get affected by hurricanes, and that's not unusual. This one was unusual, so that's why we're looking at this one. Okay. All right. So let me come back to. All right. So coming back to this. So again, you need to pick. It says at least 6. Feel free to use as many of these topics as you deem necessary. Like I said, more is better, but they are 6 points per discipline. So you want to make sure you have a title slide, a nice pretty title slide. You want a reference slide. I always recommend creating a reference slide so that while you are going to different places, you copy and paste your site onto your reference slide, and then you don't have to go back and figure out where was I, where did I get that information from. Okay, so make your reference slide an ongoing slide as you work, and then just keep putting slides in between. Okay, so again, an introductory paragraph, 15 points worth of information about when did it happen, what happened, what kind of devastation are they looking at? And then when you're looking at the 6 topics of disciplines, what does that topic, how is that topic going to be involved in solving their problem? Okay. Um, Now, the personal reflection. So after you have looked at all the things that need to be done in North Carolina, your reflection should be, it can be what when somebody said, what I learned about this, and what do you feel is going to, how long do you think this is going to take? What do you feel um, can be done, should be done, that kind of thing. So this is personal reflection means, what do you think? Okay, what do you think? All right, and no, Andre, you cannot. You got to follow the rubric. Follow the rubric. Okay. Because like I said, that hurricane did, it passed through Georgia. It did pass through Georgia. They did some damage, but not as bad as it did in North Carolina. We're doing okay. They're still recovering. Okay, so it did pass through Georgia. And that might be something you can put in your introductory paragraph, talking about all the where it started, where the hurricane started, the path that it took going up north, because it went from the south to the north. So you can talk about that in your introduction, but most specifically, we want to look at the damage caused by this hurricane in North Carolina, and then redirect all of your conversation to how these different disciplines, because folks, the initial point of the activity is that environmental science is defined as an interdisciplinary science. So we want to know, what does that mean in terms of this event? I'm not understanding what you're saying, Jayla, because I did go over this. So you pick a site. I'm not telling you where to look. I'm telling you how you can find things. I did not give a specific site to go to. So I'm not understanding what your statement is saying. But in any case, I'm explaining it today. If you started something else, then you can tweak it so that it follows this assignment in this fashion, because this is how it's going to be graded. Right, it is 90 points. It is the final project in place of a final exam. So please make sure that you give it 90 points worth of energy. All right, this is in, let me put this under student view so that you know that it is. All right, that's how it looks on your side. All right, so if anything is not clear at this point, please ask. I know there's two groups of you who are working in pairs. Make sure you and your partner have divided the work evenly because you're both going to get the same grade. So I don't want to hear that the other person didn't do their job, which is why I don't always appoint group work. Yes, Hurricane Helene. Did I just have that up? All right, so I use this as an example. Okay. And I got here because I looked at a picture. Okay, so I went to the pictures first. It took me to this website. Again, you need, and this doesn't have the date and discussion. So you need to have do a little research on when did this happen, because this particular article does not say that. Okay, so you are going to have to do a little research. Okay. Mm, let's see, who's this? All right, Jayla. All right, you should have an invitation, Jayla. Oh, okay, hold on. I do have to stop sharing in order for me to go. Okay. right. Um, okay, I don't know why that happened, but all right, so I've assigned you to meeting room 1 with her. Yeah, I have a friend who was working there and they sent me a picture where the Wendy's, the water was like halfway. All you could see was the Wendy's sign. You couldn't see the street, the cars, nothing. So yeah, there was a lot of damage there. All right, so Imani, are you going to the meeting room? She's waiting for you there. All right, I'm going to join the room because she's asking for a question. All right, Brooklyn. All right, before I go to the breakout room, um, let's see, Andre and Aiden, you all need a breakout room? I'm going to give me a second. Oops. Actually, okay, hold on. I need, all right, Andre, don't go yet because that I was trying to assign you to a different room. It's not giving me a different room. All right, give me 1 second to. I'll see that that's on time information there on the way. That's good. That is good. Hopefully they are okay. But I know everybody, a lot of people are still going through some stuff. All right, I have to close the break room program. So it's gonna close so I can open it again because it was sending everybody to the same room. I want to add a room. Now I can add a room. All right, so um he's going. All right, so Imani and all right, Aiden, you're going to room 2. And Imani and Jayla, you're in room 1. Okay, and Andre, I'm gonna send you to room 2. There we go. All right, so now I have All right, so Aiden's already in room 2. Jayla and Imani, you have a room to go to, and I will um all right, Jayla's back there. Imani, she's waiting on you. And Andre Aiden is waiting on you in room 2. Okay. All right, Brooklyn, you figured out what you need to do. To anybody who still is questioning what you need to be doing, where did Brooklyn go? Folks, I can't help you if y'all don't stay in class. Again, please use class time to do this project. It is due Monday. It needs to be completed by Monday. All right, Jalen, I hope you read my message on your, because your project is ungraded at the moment. So please go back and look at those things, the comments I made, so that you can adjust that. Finally. All right, please remember too that this is a 90-point presentation, so don't be skimpy in your answers. And another thing, when you're on each slide, don't make the print. You have a lot of information, don't make the print teeny tiny. If you need 2 slides to say what you want to say, then you take 2 slides to say what you want to say. There is no limit to the amount of slides you need to have, just information. Okay. All right. Please ask questions if you have any that you're not sure is the direction that you need to be going in. I was just working with those who were in the breakout room and they had a lot of questions. So again, y- you want to start your introductory paragraph, need to specifically say when this hurricane happened, maybe the path that it took and on its way to North Carolina and the particular devastation that happened in North Carolina. And basically the 6 areas that you pick ought to explain how that particular branch of science is going to be helpful in solving their problems of coming back to civilized existence. Because right now they're really suffering there. And again, we took this project because we want to understand that environmental science is interdisciplinary. So we want to make this a relevant topic, something that is happening now. We will continue having time to work on it on Wednesday in class. We'll see where everybody is by Friday. All right, if you don't have any questions for me, you are free to log out and see you Wednesday.